Since the passage of the Civil Rights Act in 1964, there has been a historical commitment to protecting against discrimination, not only in matters of housing and employment, but also public accommodations. Right? There's a recognition that private businesses are public accommodations and should be accessible to every member of the public. And so we should be using the most inclusive mode of payment, which is cash. Right? To do otherwise is to exclude the most vulnerable members of our society from what should be a public, open, and free marketplace. Well, here in New York City, we have a rising tide of cashless businesses, particularly among cafes, coffee shops, retail and food establishments. We know that it's becoming increasingly common, especially in the wealthiest neighborhoods. And it occurred to me that as businesses become cashless, as businesses insist on only credit transactions, what if you have no access to credit? What if you're underbanked, as is true of 25% of New Yorkers? What if you're undocumented? What if you're homeless? And even if you have access to credit, what if you insist on cash payments for reasons relating to privacy because it does not involve the sharing of personal information? Is it right for a business to exclude you from purchasing a good or service simply because you insist on paying by cash? It seems benign on the surface, but it's discriminatory in effect. Look, if you have no bank account, if you have no home, if you have no credit rating or an abysmal credit rating, then if you have no documentation, then you're effectively excluded from accessing credit and accessing goods and services that require credit. And that's unfair, and it should be unlawful. And I'm concerned not only that it's discriminatory in effect, but it also could be discriminatory intent. There are some businesses that adopt credit-only policies knowing that it will function as a formula for filtering out quote-unquote undesirable customers. The reality is 25% of New Yorkers are underbanked and therefore have no access to credit. And the lack of credit is particularly prevalent among communities of color. So credit-only policies have a disparate impact on Latinos and African Americans in New York City. Cash payment is the universal currency in the United States. Not everyone has access to credit, but all of us have access to cash.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.